Alright guys, welcome back to another video. My name is CFI Munden. If you guys like this content, if you can just pause and leave a like and subscribe, that would help a lot. I'm also sponsored by Flying Eyes Optics, so if you guys want to check out my discount code below, there you go, 10% off. Not gonna lie, I just recorded this entire video. It took me about 15 minutes of talking, and I played the video and I had no audio. So I'm gonna do this again and hopefully my audio works. All right, this is a crash of a Cessna 172P model near Reed Hillview Airport, San Jose, California, 2017. No joke, impossible turn, attempted 50 to 100 feet AGL. Not even kidding. It's not completely the pilot's fault why it happened, but they were criticized by the NTSB for their response to the emergency, which was the impossible turn. So we'll go ahead and watch this video real quick.
I can't believe they let that other guy take off. I can't believe they let that other guy take off.
All right, there's some pictures of it. Looks like it landed into a house and a trailer right here and some trees. No fatalities, 2 serious injuries though. I don't know how these people survive that. They hit so hard. All right, let's quickly read the NTSB report that I have downloaded right here. And we'll go through this together. I think you guys are going to be kind of shocked. The pilot reported that during the takeoff of the personal flight, as the airplane reached about 50 feet above the ground, the airplane stopped climbing and the pilot was unable to maintain altitude. When the airplane stopped climbing, the pilot and rated pilot decided to examine the anomaly further as the pilot began a wide shallow left turn and attempted to maintain altitude. A video showed that as the airplane completed the turn and entered a steep bank angle and descended, the airplane's wings leveled out just before the airplane disappeared behind the trees and impacted the trailer, trees, and residents, which resulted in substantial damage to the entire plane. Examination of the area revealed that had the pilot initiated, and this is the key here, had the pilot initiated an emergency landing straight ahead rather than troubleshooting the engine problem or attempting to return to the airport, the damage may have been reduced. So they basically said that the impossible turn shouldn't have been attempted, and instead the alternative or the better option would have been to land straight ahead, which I'll talk to you about. I'll show you on ForeFlight what they're talking about. Post-flight accident examination of the aircraft revealed the travel of the intake valve rockers was severely limited. The crankshaft lobe that supported these intake valves were severely worn and had excessive pitting, and spalling damage was on the faces of the crankshaft lifters supporting these intake valves. And here's another key piece here. The decreased travel of the intake valves would have reduced the fuel-to-air mixture reaching the affected cylinders, thus reducing overall power the engine could produce. A review of the maintenance record revealed that the owner had not complied with the manufacturer's mandatory service bulletin requires for a rocker arm inspection. While a service bulletin is not mandatory for Part 91 airplane owners, so like general aviation and just going up and renting a plane and flying, compliance with the service bulletin might have revealed the limited travel of the rocker arms and prevented the loss of engine power. So 3 big takeaways here. That guy, the pilot, should not have turned around and attempted the impossible turn at 50 feet AGL. We know that. Secondly, had they maintained wings level and tried to land in front of them, at least try to maintain altitude, that would have been the other better option. And we had damage in the aircraft, wear and tear, that was preventing the aircraft from producing full potential power. Okay, so if we go back to this airport right here, it looks like that he took off from probably about 3-1 left or 3-1 right. And the first thing I always look for is, I'm like, where did you have to land? Like, what were your options? And we know that he came about right here, came back around, and then hit like some houses in here, it looks like. And not a lot of places to land, okay? Not a lot of places to land. And this is the part that's sucky about flying in Southern California, is that it's just so densely populated that, I mean, your options are limited, like small roads right here, which is better than attempting to turn, and the NTSB agrees. Or like, had he been over here more, the freeway, I don't know, anywhere but probably doing that turn. And, you know, it's easy to criticize them now and to kind of scrutinize what they were doing. But the NTSB even agreed that they had partial power. So the best option would have been to try to maintain those wings level for as long as possible. Look for a suitable place to land straight ahead on either Adrian Way or Carl Street or something like that. Okay. That's what they said. They said had he landed just straight forward, the damage would have been probably lessened. I remember when I had my partial power failure on takeoff, I lost about 30 to 40% engine power. The first thing that I did before, you know, doing the impossible turn wasn't even in my brain. I just was like, okay, I still have power. I can maintain wings level. I'm going to fly at this altitude until I either can troubleshoot it and fix it, or I can gain enough altitude to go back into the pattern. So my student and I, we were just maintaining wings level, and then you know, we were trying to troubleshoot the anomaly. We both realized that at least we could maintain wings level, and we were maintaining some power. It wasn't very much. It was like 2,100 RPMs to 20 RPMs, 2,000 RPMs, and then dropping. And we're like, okay, we can initiate a small climb like that. So we climbed out very, very slowly, came back around, and I got as much altitude as I possibly could, about 800 feet AGL, right below that traffic pattern altitude. Turned off the engine, well, by reducing it to idle, and I did a power off 180 back into the runway. So my first instinct was just to fly the airplane. Okay, fly the airplane, wings level. Okay, engine problems, run through my flow real quick. I'm low and I'm slow, but at least I'm maintaining altitude and I'm not falling. Okay. Yeah, so that was the correct anecdote. Yeah, what's the lesson from this? Don't attempt an impossible turn at 50 feet AGL. Run through emergency procedures with your instructor, and yeah, think about places to land at your airport just in case your engine fails on a rotation. If we all fly long enough, it's not if it happens, it's when it happens. Okay, either partial power or full power loss, and it's when it happens, it's terrifying. I mean, there's like this startle effect where your brain can't even comprehend what's happening. It happened to me a little earlier than I expected in my aviation career, but what do you know? All right, guys, I'll see you for the next video. Hopefully this audio recorded, right?